Well, boys, you've sure done it now. It's so hard in this world to be a hard-working, independent fur person who needs no master. And we just gotta go mess that all up. Now, if any of y'all heard, it was reported that a Michigan, well, a lot of things have happened in the furry world this week. A teacher was fired for not meowing back to her student and recognizing her identity as a cat. And now we had a report from that a schools in Michigan had kitty litter in the bathroom for furry students. Now, the initial reports coming in today are that this is all fake, that was a false report. And, who knows? But one thing that we do know, the furries are furious. Like, how dare we take their life and turn it into a joke. This is not right. You shouldn't do that to the furries, people. The furries are real. They're good people. So here we go. I'm a real life furry, and my lifestyle is no dirty cat litter box joke. Dun dun dun. They're furious. Members of the furries fantasy subculture tell the Post they're not wild about this week's viral rumor that Michigan school put a litter box in one of the bathrooms for the kids that identify as cats. One harried parent put it. Far from merely identifying as felines, furries are an anthropomorphic community whose members sometimes dress up as a variety of animals at conventions, or who have a special fursona with whom they connect. At least 250,000 Americans identify as furries, and though a subset of the group say that they're into it for sexual reasons, more often, it's nothing more than a fan-driven escape. And that is where the difference, I grew up on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm a comic collector. One of my favorite things to collect is Usagi Yojimbo. And I love those anthropomorphic cartoon characters, but never identified as one. But the fact is, if you got into that for sexual reasons, that's freaking weird. Like, I've never read Usagi Yojimbo and I just thought it was a nice character who has good morals, who goes out and does awesome things and saves people. Like, he always goes to a town, as a Ronin, shows up in a town and saves the girl. Like, the innocent people are being, attacked by corrupt business people, whatever it might be, and he always saves the day. Great story, but what? Yeah, that's where the disconnect. Like, what the hell's up? I just don't understand the furry thing, and especially for sexual reasons. Very bizarre. But while the school bathroom claim was quickly debunked, furries say it's disappointing to see their community ostracized. I guess they want the kitty litter? I don't know. It is a shame that the furry community still endures negative media portrayals and the public misconception is deviance because the truth of this remarkable and resilient community is far more understanding. Dr. Sharon E. Roberts, associate professor at the University of Waterloo and co-founder of International Anthropomorphic Research Project, told the Post. Imagine going and getting a doctorate, and using that doctorate to study people wearing costumes, having orgies. I don't know. Seems like a waste of like thousands and thousands of dollars in time to go through med school, but whatever. At the same time, furries such as Joe Strike are taking the high road and believe that over time the community will benefit from the increasingly destigmatized and mainstream subculture. I think that in the long run, this kind of attention will help us. Joe Strike, who identifies as a furry and penned the 2017 book Furry Nation, told the Post. The kitty litter story quickly found to be total nonsense, but may have had more staying viral power in reaching many people who'd never before heard of the alternative lifestyle. This is an alternative lifestyle. We don't really need to hear about it. I don't know. Some of whom may find they relate to it, said Strike, who dresses up as the suave Komodo dragon named Komos. They may not realize they're actually doing us a favor in the long run, Strike said, of those behind the rumor. Now, here's the thing, like I've got hobbies. I do my hobbies like after work. This is a hobby that I'm doing right now. Like I take care of my stuff, but it's like I don't know, man. Like being like, you must accept my hobby. Like, dude, I read comics. I'm an adult. Like people don't accept that, And so I read comics when I'm alone. It's a thing. Um, and if someone doesn't get that or care to understand it, I also don't care. I'm just gonna do my thing. But like, I don't know, the forcing people to accept your weirdness is just beyond me. Still, the untrue gossip is quite hurtful. Furries, like so many others who have hobbies, exactly, it's a hobby, engaged in limited fantasy, Robert said. I mean, I play D&D. You don't see me being like, you must accept my Dungeons and Dragons hobby. Do people, you tell them you play D&D, they look at you like you're crazy, but, it's getting more popular, but I've never demanded that it be accepted. She gave the example of a far more mainstream Star Trek convention. Someone who cosplays as Captain Kirk is unlikely to show up for work Monday and demand that their phone be replaced with a Starfleet communicator. Exactly. She said similarly, furries might attend a furry convention, local meetup, simply connect with like others online, but they just return to everyday life Monday, just like everyone else. I have to agree. The furry community is constantly fending off misperceptions, though. Strike pointed out that only a small minority of furries even dress up as their fursonas. Studies and surveys show that furries are mostly male and white and likely to not be straight. And they tend to be younger. However, the ones who attend conventions are older than those who partake in online furry communities. A study on furries led by the Canadian college professor, Dr. Kathy Gerbes. Why would you go and spend all this money to be a doctor and this is what you're studying? And published in a journal, Society in Animals, found that approximately 25% of those surveyed considered themselves less than 100% human and would become 0% human if they could. Okay. Strike said that most of the furries he encountered grew up with interest in anthropomorphic cartoon characters and now find comfort around others with the same interest. Okay, so I grew up with that interest and I think this is weird. So, yeah, this is the state of the world today. This is where we're at, people. So make sure when you go out there in the world to completely 100% respect all furries because they are going to be offended if not. If you see kitty litter in a bathroom, just ignore it, bigot, because that belongs there. Not everyone identifies as human, okay? So, yeah, send love to your furry friends and be a good person. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you like what I got going on. I got more stuff coming in the future, and I will talk to you soon. Tech Server Nerd out.